Welcome back to another video. How's your day going? The day should be almost over. I think it's around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. now. It is up 6:30. Did y'all have a good breakfast? Hopefully y'all had a great day at work. I hope you made your monions. Okay? It's important to get your funds. It's always important to have money in your pocket because when you don't have it, child is a bitch. I'm just gonna start off like that. So I know stuff is hard, but get your money and make smart moves, okay? So, hope you had a great day. Hope you like, comment, and share. Please comment. Oh, you don't have to comment so much if you don't have nothing to say. But you can like, that'd be greatly appreciated, and share because those things are free. So, I took a little 2 days off, right? Because this right here is cool, right? I don't mind doing this every day. It doesn't bother me at all. So just thinking about stuff. I had a title in my head I wanted to talk about with y'all. I couldn't. It's not coming back to me right now. Maybe it'll come back to me tomorrow. I'll talk about it with y'all tomorrow, or maybe later. Whenever it comes back to me, I think I'm gonna get up and talk to y'all about it. Or get on here and talk to y'all about it. So. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It looks like it wants to rain. Just as soon as the city starts looking nice. It wasn't too hot today. It was really, really nice outside. And the sun is out this beautiful day. They want to spray the skies with the trail cam. Excuse me. They want to spray the skies with the chemtrails. So now the clouds are coming out, but the sun is still shining. I hate that. I hate it when they do that, especially if it's not too hot. I realize they do it a lot. Like when it's hot, they'll drop the chemtrails, and then all of a sudden the next day it's rain and it's raining. Yeah. So they did that today. It's unnecessary. So if y'all didn't know, the New York Knicks, which is not my go-to team, but they're my city. We are finally doing something. Who knew? They are going to the NBA Finals. Who they knew it? Yes. Wow. I told somebody I would. When I see it, actions happen. Because whenever we get these teams, boy, we get into them, we get excited, we be hype, yeah, with the uniforms and the hats and stuff. And what happens? Nothing. So, I'm happy to say. Now, if we win, that's going to be a whole different ball game. But, now, we okay. We okay, KK. Okay? Let's get that out the way. So now, I've been looking at these TikTok lives and stuff, and they was talking about the lady in Tim Horton, which I spoke upon last week. I kept it short. I wanted to say more, but I didn't explain, what I wanted to say. I didn't say really what I wanted to say because I was trying to wait and see, and I was trying to think about it in my own mind. And then I seen the video a couple of times, and I was like, let me tap in there a little bit. I have my let's just start with me. My elderly grandparents on the live, right? My grandparents on my mama and my daddy's side were fucking amazing people. They were both kind, nice, family-oriented people. They grew up in a time when they had to bust their behind and work hard for every penny they had. Nothing was given to them. They worked hard. My mama's mom, my grandmother on my mother's side, she did a little bit of this, a little bit of that to stay above, and she knew a lot of things. And she was wise. My grandfather, he was wise, but he died way before I was born. He died when my mama was 10 years old. So, she didn't even get to have him as much as she would love to have her own dad, So her mama, after he passed away, she didn't get with no other man. She died alone, you know. My grandmother on my father's side, my grandfather went to the Air Force, My other grandfather worked, I was told he worked, like back in the day when they used to take all the stuff off the ship. I think they still do that, but I haven't really been into that. But my grandfather used to take the stuff off the ships when they used to come in. And we all know that job is a hell of a job. It's a lot of labor, a lot of hard work, And I think he also was into the clothes thing. But, it's neither here nor there. So my other grandfather on my daddy's side, he was in the Air Force. He served in World War II. So when he came back from World War II, he was never the same. I think he had a lot of PTSD. And he was just they say he never was the same on who he was before he left. He came back a whole different man. But my thing is, at least he came back. A lot of grandfathers didn't make it back to their grandbabies back then. A lot of men died on them ships. My grandfather made it home. He just was a different man. So, I always give respect to all my parents, give respect to my granddaddy for being in the Air Force and risking his life. My grandfather being out here risking his life. Because God knows what he's been through that I don't even know about. He's probably been through a lot of things. But I have them in spirit. My grandmother, she was an RN, and we knew back in the day that wasn't easy to achieve. That was harder to achieve then than it is now. And it's hard to achieve it now. So imagine back then. So my grandparents, I say that to say that 75-year-old woman should have never died over no coffee. I feel like that the younger girl that was on the thing with the, taking the lady's order, stuff may have happened. They may have messed up her order and probably gave her attitude when she was in her car. So she probably went and parked her car, came back in there to get her coffee. I think instead of them yelling at that woman, instead of them, let me take that back, instead of them ignoring that lady, because they ignored her at first. She was standing there for a while by herself, meaning while they were serving other people on the other side. And she was still, should have been served because she was just getting it from the outside. So with that, me saying that, and then them getting into an argument with the lady was unprofessional. First of all, you wrong. You should be fired just for that alone. Any job I've ever been to, worked anywhere, in any with restaurants, any restaurants I worked into, we couldn't even allow it to get there. Because if they would have came in there with that energy that we were being disrespectful anywhere I've ever worked, you were fired. Because anybody I ever worked with wasn't tolerating that. Ever. And I was never about that because I was raised right. So I wasn't never on that. And I would never feel right fighting with somebody else's grandmother because she got grandkids. And you don't know who else is going to come in there behind her. So you can talk your shit you want to, but you don't know who's coming in. So show anyone, younger or older, respect. Respect is earned, but baby, they're not in there to earn for you to earn, for you to earn their respect, or vice versa. They're not in there for that. They're in there for a coffee. You give them the freaking coffee the way they want it, because you went to that job, you applied there, you got the training. I know it was nowhere in the training when they said, well, you messed up the coffee, F the customer and cuss them out. Oh yeah, you can fight them too. I'm sure that's not written nowhere. Show me where. That's first of all. Your etiquette, they was both unprofessional. I don't care if one was 12 and one was 8. Kids give more respect. Kids will know better. Once you teach them something, they learn. So if you're 17 and she's 20, 25, 24, 21, 22, 23, so what? You knew better. And in this world, you can't touch anyone. You cannot touch anyone without them saying, oh, that's cool, that's fine. Oh yeah, we cool enough that you could touch me. Because you know what that's called? That's called assault. If I spit on you, I think that's assault too. I'm not allowed to touch you, lean on you, push you, put my hand on your shoulder. That's called assault. So let's get that one out the way. Yeah, so they're dead wrong. And then the fact of that girl not being removed to the side. So then the manager, 20, 23, 21, 22, whatever, couldn't have a conversation like, man, we're sorry. How would you like your coffee? I'm willing to fix it for you now. I know, but I'm willing to fix it for you now. So how would you like your coffee? So I'm gonna make it as we talk, okay? Make the coffee for free. It's on you. It's on the house. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for her behavior. We're gonna deal with it in blase. And blase. You have a great day, ma'am. Matter of fact, we got some scones. We may have a sandwich. Would you like a sandwich or some scones or a biscuit or whatever they have? Do you want some eggs? I don't know. I never been to Tim Horton. I don't know what they make up in there. But I'm sure they get some type of pastry on the house. Whenever I'm here tomorrow morning, you come in for your coffee, just ask for me. Especially if you're going to be there. And be there. If you're not going to be there, don't say that shit. If you're going to be there, let them be there. Or if you're there on Wednesday or Thursday or the next day or in 2 days, tell them when. You make their coffee. And they pay you and continue to go. You treat them with respect. Thank you, Miss blah, blah, blah. What is this shit they were doing in there? And they all y'all talking about, not all, let me take that back. A lot of people that are, I don't know if it's called bias or is it called ignorance or foolery or nonsense, or you're lying to you and you're trying to lie to us and tell us, oh, that lady was wrong. She came in there with, when there's a lot of you motherfuckers that walk into these stores with that same nasty attitude. It's people like me that have to lower our tone and respect you and tolerate you because you're having a bad morning, because your man is not messing with you no more, because your man is with another woman, because your kids don't respect you, because you work a job like that and you come and act in the same way that you wouldn't want somebody to treat you. Now if that woman was 25 years old, somebody would have beat her up and she still would have passed away on the floor of a store where she was going to get coffee, it would be the same energy for me. It was wrong. Because you shouldn't have touched that lady. So the fact that you touched that lady, it's going to be something to me if you don't go and get in trouble for something. I know you're not walking away scot-free. Ain't no way in hell. Because you shouldn't have been touching that lady. After you touch that lady, and she flick her hand off you because she don't know you like that, that's called self-defense. Self-defense. Shouldn't have been touching her. And the fact you had the almighty gall to fight that old lady because she wasn't bigger than you, because she wasn't stronger than you, because she wasn't youthful, it would have dragged you from here to Mars. It shows that you are a weak person. A weak person. That was weak. You don't get no kudos for beating up an old lady. And you're 17 years old. And you're 20 years old. They were saying they was jumping her. Now, when I seen the video, I was really trying to see on the angle, was they jumping her? I won't really get to see that angle until like the store shows it and we see it on the news. So I'm hoping to God that they did not jump that lady. Because if you jump that lady, first of all, you shouldn't have fought her. That's one. Two, if you jump that lady, what's that called? Excessive force. You two are going to jail. So I hope to God that you didn't jump that lady. When we get the right angles, I hope that you didn't jump her. That's one. Two, I feel nothing for you. I hope you go to jail. I don't care for how long, 5 months, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I don't give up. You deserve it. That lady did not deserve that. That could have been you. There could have been a stronger worker in there and whooped your ass. Is that what we doing now? I can go to work and customer coming acting crazy and I can fight them now? Is that what we doing? I know that's not what we doing. And Tim Horton, I know that's not what you're doing. I know that's bad for business. Y'all don't even know. I've been in Florida. I went to Florida, took myself to Florida. And I went to Starbucks. And the Starbucks, because you know, I'm from the city. So where I live is mixed Spanish, black, maybe some white in there, maybe a Chinese person. You know, Dominican, maybe like all different races in there. Maybe. But when I went in Florida, the whole store, everybody that worked in the store was white. No black people. Not a single black person worked there. All white. And there was this older white lady, right? And she was coming in to get her coffee. And she's a resident. It was like obvious that she was a resident around there, that she wasn't just a regular person. Because when I was listening and they was talking about she does this all the time, she was in there, give me that, I gave me that, I gave me that. And she's going back and forth across the counters, fighting with them, arguing with them. And then you have one kid being snappy, little white kid, snappy, popping his shoulders, popping back out. And then finally, after they stopped yelling at each other, then she just walked out or whatever. She got what she wanted and walked out. And nobody got beat up. It was just a guy, get out of here. But white people could do it with each other. You go ahead, sis. You go have fun with that. But you're not going to be beating up on a 75-year-old black woman and talking about, oh, she deserved it. And the sad part is when there's a lot of you black ones. It's a lot of you like me talking about, oh, she deserved that. She shouldn't have came in there on that town. If it was you on the other end and you're getting your coffee, whatever you're getting, you drive through, and they're giving you attitude on the thing, and they're being nasty and disrespectful and messing up your coffee, you are coming in that store. You're gonna be the nastiest, rudest person you can be, and then you're gonna call corporate. Even if the problem is fixed when you walk out that thing. Let's hope the next time somebody messed up your order like that, you can walk out. Let's hope you can walk out. Because that lady would never see her grandbabies. They would never get to see her, hug her, love on her, sit with her for Christmas and have Thanksgiving with her and learn the wise stuff that she knows from being 75 years old and still alive. You know how much wealth of knowledge is in that woman? What makes her more different than the rest of y'all grandmothers? I know y'all wouldn't want to get a call that, oh yeah, your grandma passed away. You're like, oh my God, of course you're going to be in shock. No, it didn't happen. Okay, and you find out, oh yeah, she died in the Tim Horton on the floor because the people in the store beat her up. You're going to be like, how'd she get in there? How did it happen? And they're going to be like, oh, they messed up her coffee, so she came in here yelling and screaming, so they beat her up. And then are you going to say, oh, okay, she was wrong for that. She deserved to die because she shouldn't have came in there mad because they messed up her coffee. You're not going to say that. You're going to want to fight. You're going to go in there and do what you want to do to that place. That's what you're going to want to do. Because if it was any of my grandparents, it's over. That's all I can say. But you're wrong. And I hate your opinions on saying that that shit was right. Even if that was a white woman and there was people in my... I would not... It would still be wrong. It's wrong. Wrong is wrong. Is wrong. What is wrong with y'all? I know we all have the job, people nasty, just off, just because they could be. But what if her problem was she coming in every, whenever, 10, 20 years, whatever. She just wanted her coffee to be right. You're not drinking it. You're not paying for it. And you're not drinking it and ingesting it. There's nothing wrong with wanting your coffee right. And if anybody, or coffee people, tea people, water people, it don't matter what your drink, the choice is, you want it to be done right. Especially when you're paying for it. So the fact that y'all saying the shit that y'all, I know that elevator is not going all the way to this. I know, don't worry. I know it's meant to, yes, I do know. Because it ain't no fun. Ain't no way. And so much more I could say, but I really mean every word I say. That was wrong. And for whoever's grandmother that was, I'm so sorry for your loss. Because if it was my grandmother, I'm doing the most. And that's all I could say without getting in trouble. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? All right, y'all have a good one. I'll be back, okay, guys? Have a good one. See you guys soon.